I'm on a quest to find music and art. Supporting local talent is the place I start. Yeah, this is our culture, the place to be. Games, books, arts and crafts and jewelry. This the guardians of the geekery. 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 And now for today's episode of Guardians of the Geekery with your hosts, Matt, Carol, and Joey.
Hey, it's the Guardians of the Geekery. I don't know what episode number we're on, but we're here with Moofy Creates.
Yes.
I got my episodes mixed up. I almost said False Staff Books, and I don't want to put that on you, Moofy. Talking about the Geekery Market, which is coming up Saturday, November 9th, 10 o'clock to 4 p.m. And yeah, we're here with Moofy Creates, who is here for the first time. This is a new crafter that we are talking to today.
Yes, and we're so excited. So this is Alicia from Moofy Creates.
Hi.
And so glad to have you. So Matt Starnes Lord has having a few technical issues, so we are solo. It's all the girls here, so it's woman power and the cat in the background,
including Nix, who's decided to make her presence known. So
yes, we have the puppies and the kitties, but Angel's a female and Nix is a female, so we're still so it's all women power. So Alicia, talk to us about Moofy Creates, because this is your first time coming to our event. Tell us what you make.
Yeah, so I mostly started off just streaming. I was learning how to do watercolor, and then I was like, I kind of want to do something else, so I got back into the hobby of cross stitching, and I was just doing like a big cross stitch project, and I was like, this is too big for me. I need smaller things for my ADHD brain. So I started off with like making patches. And then I was like, I wonder if I can make earrings with cross stitch. So basically I do like cross stitch earrings, and they're like tiny, so I have to like put it up pretty close.
No, those
like,
are awesome.
Those are cool.
Yes.
But I started the idea with the earrings because I can't wear like heavy earrings, and cross stitch is very like, the fabric is very light, so like you can like put them on and I can like do this and it's fine. So yeah, I just started doing that, and then I was like, well, I gotta do something else to make sure that I don't get burnt out from just doing cross stitch. So I basically used my painting skills to make like little shrink-eating pins and studs.
Those are so cute.
And yeah, and I do perler bead stuff too, because like the good thing about cross stitch is with the pixelated images, perler beads are pretty good about like, you can like do cross stitch patterns with with perler beads too. They're just a little bit bigger. And I do bead stuff, like I do like bracelets and necklaces, and then from that, so my ADHD is just bad, so I jump around from thing to thing, and then I also really love doing stickers because I do roller derby. So stickers is a big like thing in roller derby community. So I make stickers, and I also make stickers from like the cross stitch I do. So I scan the cross stitch. You can barely see it on the camera, but all the cross stitch things I do, I will scan it and make those into stickers. And so I do a lot of things.
But it was the cross stitch that got you started. Yeah.
So, as a cross stitcher myself, do you find yourself starting like 100,000 projects at once?
Yes.
I moved a couple years ago and moved all my craft stuff, and found a very large cross stitch project that had a chunk done, a large chunk, and I have no idea where the pattern is, and I have no idea what I was making. So it had hands, whatever it was. But yeah, I do find that with the larger cross stitch projects, my brain starts to go, do you really want to do this huge dragon for 6 months? How about doing a small thing?
Yeah.
Yes. And I've fallen victim to the Amazon cross stitch patterns where I will buy something online thinking, oh, that's doable. Like that's my attention span. And then it arrives and it's this big. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
that's way beyond my attention span. I was looking for little like this. I can do that in an afternoon or something, but I can't do the huge ones. So, but I totally hear you about the earring thing. I love earrings. That's kind of one of my things, is to have funky earrings all the time. But I do have, like, I don't have holes anymore. I have lines because I've worn really heavy ones and they drag it down and stuff like that. And I remember, because I am older than you, in the 80s we would wear these huge earrings and then they would end up ripping out because they get caught and everything like that. And so I really had to go to the light ones. And so I loved looking at your cross stitch earrings because I was like exactly what you were saying. They're light, they're easy to wear. Um, I like dangles. I'm not big into studs because the fabric will start to rub too close to my ear and then I can hear it. But if it's dangling down, it's just fine. So I totally appreciate that. So what was the first item that you made that you ended up selling as opposed to keeping for yourself?
If we're talking cross stitch wise, I made little Pokemon patches of like all the starters, like not the ones I made the stickers of, but they were like really teeny tiny patches. And I think those were the first cross stitch things I sold. I think the first earrings I sold were little dangly like the bloody knives, like horror movie bloody knives with like a blood drop.
You got Carol's attention. She's totally horror chick.
I'm into the horror movies.
I think those were the first cross stitch earrings I sold.
That's amazing. So
have you done any other shows, or is this gonna be one of your first shows?
I've done the punk flea markets a couple of times, like once or twice every year since 2020. But other than that, I haven't really done many other shows.
We're so excited to have you.
Yeah.
And I know like you have applied before, and just first of all, we've always had limited space. Now we have 30,000 square feet. It makes it much, yes. And then also just kind of watching as you, like you said, you started in one direction and you just kind of have continued to grow. So it's been fun to kind of watch your application as it comes in and the pictures of stuff, because we haven't always seen you at the events we've been at, vice versa, to kind of see how far you've come. So I'm so excited for people to see it. And I do think the perler art and the cross stitch and then incorporating those together is really going to be a cool thing for people to do. So
you mentioned roller derby. Do you actually participate in roller derby, or are you just a fan?
So I started playing in 2013. I got injured in 2019. So right now I'm currently just volunteering for my local team, but I'm trying to get back into a position where I can start skating again because I miss it so much.
We love roller derby. So what's your team? Promote your team.
It's Greenville Roller Derby. I'm actually wearing one of their shirts right now.
Awesome. Is that Greenville, North Carolina or South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Oh, yay. So that's awesome. My family lives in Greenville near Paris Mountain. So that's awesome. So when you say you're volunteering, are you scoring, just helping out in general, or?
So there's a position called jam timing. I'm basically the one in the middle that keeps the tabs of the 30 seconds between each jam, and I'm the one that's like 5 seconds, and I raise my hand and blow the whistle to start each jam. So
that is powerful. Yeah. I would love that opportunity. Yeah, I will have to volunteer for that. I like yelling things out loud. So
yeah,
could I do it on a scooter? I could be on my scooter in the middle of the circle and just yell it out. No,
You do
yes.
have to be very quick in getting out of the way because you're basically in the line of the refs, like skating
My
path.
scooter has 2 speeds. It has tortoise and it has hare. And when hare is 25 miles an hour. So
You could probably get to the very
for
well. Yeah.
Just let me play. Just let me play.
Yeah, I've almost gotten ran over plenty of times.
Well, that's so awesome. And I love that you have your inclusivity on your shirt. That is definitely part of the market as well this year. We really have a strong inclusivity. In fact, that's part of the reason why we went and changed our name from what it used to be, because we realized that we didn't want to make it uninclusive. We wanted everybody to know that they were welcome. So
I have a very similar story with the name change as well.
Oh, really?
My old derby name used to be Malfoy. And obviously with everything that went on, I didn't want to be associated. Yeah. So luckily a couple of my friends always called me Moofy instead of Malfoy. So that was a good changeover.
Oh, nice.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So, and you know, I love the actors and stuff like that, but I don't feel like I just don't want to live in a world where people don't feel like they're welcome in my home, and the market is our home, so we want everybody to feel welcome. So
exactly.
What were you going to say, Carol, before I rudely cut you off?
Was your business name also Malfoy, or were you always Moofy Creates?
It was also Malfoy Creates. Because it went with
Moofy
my Twitch
is
name.
Awesome. I love Moofy.
Kind of like Moofy a little bit better.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
I think Moofy fits my personality a lot more than it.
It doesn't have that sinister connotation. It's just, you know.
It was great for roller derby at the time.
Yeah.
But also
that intimidation factor.
Yeah. But it's also with roller derby also transitioning to being more inclusive. It also I didn't feel proper in being that name still. So I changed my name to Moofy all across the board, and awesome. I love it, and I will stick to it.
That is amazing. So tell us a little bit about are you taking pre-orders? Can people go online and order ahead of time to reserve stuff for the market, or is it whatever? Are you selling out too fast to do that and you just need to be able to bring what you can bring? Or
normally I do bring bring what I can bring, but I do also try to post everything that I make. So if there's ever anything that somebody like seasons, like, can you hold that for me for the market? I will do that too. But
you just have to pay for it in advance. So Moofy's not sitting there with it without you taking it. So I'm kidding. I'm sorry I wagged my finger at you, lovely listener. So
yeah, I just had 2 markets back to back. One was our derby game this past weekend, and the weekend before that was a roller derby tournament in Augusta, and I basically am like wiped of most of my stuff. So
always a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's a very good problem to have, but it also means that I need to like create so much more.
So are you a creator that has something on in the background while you're creating, or are you somebody with your ADHD that you have to have it quiet so you can just focus on the thing?
I have to have some type of noise. Like it doesn't matter as I can't have something that I like need to pay attention to, because then I will just be paying attention to that instead of doing what I need to. Yeah. But like I will always, like, if there's like something that I've watched before, I'll like put that on, or a podcast where I don't need to watch it, or sometimes I'll my partner and I play a game called VR Chat, which is basically like a social video game. And I'll just go in and be on the VR Chat, not on the VR headset, but on desktop, and just hang out with friends and talk while I do the things as well.
Oh, okay. And you said you were twitching for a while too, right?
Yeah.
Do you twitch while you create?
Yes.
Or is that too much?
No, I actually do cross stitch streams. I just haven't done it in a long while, but I normally will, if I am streaming, I will normally be doing that. Or I've done a format where I've played video games and cross stitched at the same time, like a lot of the games that have like waiting times before you can play. I'll do that too.
like when you queue up for a group or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will
What's your-
tell you, I never got into the lo-fi until this one. We went to a hotel, so it's part my fault, it's part her fault. So let's just be clear. We're equally to blame here, but we went to a convention a couple years ago, and I have my mobility scooter, and I have this thing about flamingos, and everybody's kind of, flamingos are kind of like geeks, you have to
Mhm.
kind of, we're awkward looking birds. We have to balance on one leg sometimes, and while we're standing, foot deep in water and all this kind of stuff. And so I had gotten these LED lights of flamingos, like you would hang on your bar or something outside.
Yeah.
And I had wrapped them all around my scooter, and it came with a remote. Well, the remote changed the TV in the hotel room, but we got to a point we could not turn the TV off.
No.
And Carol had logged in to YouTube with her
My
password
YouTube channel.
to her YouTube channel, and we could not get either the flamingo remote or the computer remote to log out of it so that we could watch other channels. So we were stuck in that hotel room, and it was a con where we checked in Thursday and we checked out Sunday. And so
Yeah.
for
It's like 3
72
days,
plus hours straight,
It was all my YouTube stuff.
all
so
her
it was a lot of
YouTube
lo-fi
lo-fi stuff.
music, a lot of Japanese cooking.
Yes, and Japanese travelers, like
Yeah,
the
Japanese
ones that
travelers
make
living
their
in
little
Yes.
vans into traveling.
Or they try like the weird like convenience store foods.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, so it was all of that kind of stuff. And so every time we would come back from the con to have a social break, because if you've got ADHD, you're like us, you get overstimmed and you're like, we love talking to people, but then I need like 2 hours of quiet, and then I can people again. And we kept going back to the room, and it'd be like, all right, it's time to go to our panel. I'm like, but I need to know how it worked out for the gentleman on the mountain in Japan. And now I find myself at home when I'm working, I have to have the lo-fi on. It's all Kara's fault.
Yeah,
So.
that's usually my crafting. My crafting is done to lo-fi or to Lord of the Rings, because I've seen the movie so many times. Like, I've got a cat tail.
Cattail.
It just comes down.
She is every time I turn on, I start talking to the computer, she feels the need to add her 2 cents. So I apologize for the shaking. She's hitting my laptop.
She
and
just
her
wants to
tail
work
is-
alongside with you.
Yeah, she just wants to do that. But yeah, Lord of
Well-
the Rings extended editions is my background noise most of the time, because I've seen them so many times that it's just, I can cross stitch or bead or whatever to it.
Yeah.
So where would people, so your Moofy creates everywhere. So if people
Mhm.
go at Moofy creates, is there a space or anything they need to be aware of?
There-
Is it just all
I
one word?
Think on Instagram and Twitch, and I think even TikTok there's an underscore.
Okay.
I think that's the one thing I did not prepare is I know Instagram for sure.
There's an
That's Twitch, you
underscore.
have to have one.
Think yeah.
In Twitch,
Instagram
you
is-
actually have to. Yeah.
Yeah, Twitch is also underscore. But I also have like a LinkedIn on my Instagram. So if,
A
if-
link tree.
yeah, Linktree. Yeah, thank you. Not LinkedIn.
All good. All good. So is there anything else that you didn't get to chance to show us before we kind of
No, I think I showed everything that I have.
You need to start
because we
creating.
wiped you because you got wiped out at the 2
Yeah.
shows before, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, but you'll send us pictures of some of your stuff as well, so we'll have that online, and you can always go to her shop or her online as well. So you'll have to teach me more about the Twitch thing. I'm doing the TikTok thing, but I haven't done the lives yet. And I got to learn about doing the Twitch. I want to go back to making, we used to make these little Geekzilla dinosaur sock puppets, like little figures.
They were goofy. They were so goofy.
What?
People with no sewing skill making.
But we made cute ones because we added the little hats and the books and stuff, and but we had other people that volunteered to help because we were raising money for a charity event,
Mhm.
and some of them just like we'd go to an event and put them out, and we'd feel so bad for them. So Carol would be trying to make them little extra outfits so that people would buy them because they were bad.
They were really bad,
but it's all good. It's all good. But that's why we don't make things. That's why we run events where
Yes,
people
that's why
like
we have other
you
people
make
make
things, because we know where our strengths are, and it's helping people come and find you. So thank you so much for being
Thank
here
you.
today.
I
We're so
appreciate it.
excited to have you. Definitely check out Moofy Creates. Make sure if you're in Greenville, you go check out the roller derby group. If you see a blue scooter, no, you didn't. if you hear about a catastrophic, jam session with some blue scooter, it wasn't me. It was me. And come and check her out in November. So
Yes.
thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for
much.
being here. So
Thank you.
excited. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
That was an episode of Guardians of the Geekery. Thank you for listening. Check us out at guardiansofthegeekery.com and stay tuned for more content.